Why Father insists on my being familiar with daily streetcar travel is beyond me. I'm left among the worst of company. For instance, take that fellow over there. No, really, I implore you, take him away. Then there's that old woman in that hat. I certainly don't trust her. Old women can be the most vicious. And then there's him.
Annex, the continuing story of a peculiar bend in the avenue. Traffic goes north, traffic goes south. The streetcar runs between. And all we can do is try to keep up.
I'm sure you mean well, but you're my mother, not my indentured servant. Constance does these things for me, and well, when you work over the top of her, she does become rather brittle.
What need you a Constance, Diana, when you have a mother right by next door with mop and rag and broom in hand?
Because it's Constance's job to take care of my house. She's my housekeeper. I pay her. Thank goodness I can, as Lowell left me so extraordinarily provided for.
Why pay a stranger to prowl about your rooms? Why throw the money away?
The only prowler here, Mother, is you. Prowling and interfering.
Interfering? Well, I think not.
Interfering in my courtship with a certain gentleman.
Oh, a gentleman, you say? Where?
Ever since that dinner, that horrible close and hot night, Donovan's been coming round less. I begin to wonder if he's been made to feel unwelcome.
Unwelcome? At the Lilac Sanctuary?
Mother, I know you don't like Donovan Shackelford.
I don't know him.
You have a way of finding diverse means of fulfilling your so-called prophecies. I'm well aware you want to marry me off to Tom Dawson across the street, and it isn't fair for you to be railroading Donovan just because you don't understand.
If I'm interrupting, I'll take my leave. I seek the lady of the house.
Tom Dawson? Where did you come from?
Across the street. Constance let me in. She said you were back here in the study.
Tom Dawson. Oh, look, Diana. It's Tom on a friendly visit.
Good afternoon, Tom.
Good afternoon, Diana. Afternoon, Jane.
How lovely. A visit. Why bother Constance? I'll fetch coffee first. I do know how. You two just talk to one another and listen to one another.
To the kitchen, Mother.
Yes.
What brings you here this fine autumn afternoon, Tom? The foliage?
I wanted to speak to you.
About just what?
Mr. Donovan Shackelford, Esquire.
That's Jake Chilton, standing on the streetcar platform, right over there, right here by the Ray Street Bridge. Go invisible, Nancy. Maintain your composure. Here's the train now.
Nancy.
Why, hello, Jake Chilton.
Oh, you remembered my name.
I had a dog named Jake once.
What happened to him?
Streetcar got him.
I'm so sorry.
It was years ago. Are you bound for home?
You bet. My truck's in the shop, so I ran a delivery for Ma downtown just now.
It appears we're boarding.
You know, we may as well sit together. I mean, we're headed to the same place.
Very well.
Fare, please.
Here it is, sir.
Mine too.
All aboard. Have a seat.
I see 2 spots near the back. I think I could nab them for us.
Nicely done. Oh, let's sit down. The streetcar's moving.
So, what kept you late at school?
The villainous Mamie.
Who?
I forgot. You're newer than me at this school. Mamie von Twitcham, the Simon Legree of West Harbor High School. editor-in-chief of the school newspaper, the West Harbor Bulb, which is dimmed considerably under her thumb. To be known in the hallways of West Harbor by her swagger.
Oh, Captain Ahab.
Pardon?
I've seen her move down the hall between class periods, like Ahab after his white whale.
A fitting description. Melville would approve. I know that I do. Her family, the Von Twitchums, they own half the city. Accordingly, she's editor-in-chief and I am but her lowly assistant editor. Jake, do you know what she said to my good friend Etta? She said to her, Etta, don't...
Who's that fellow that just came on board? He sure looks familiar.
Oh, good catch, Sherlock. That's Donovan Shackelford, Diana Putnam's beau. You know, the fair widow living next door to you. They'll probably get married.
You know much about him?
He's a landman. I think he's only been in the city this past year or two. My father doesn't trust him, I do know that.
Why?
He hasn't said. Just that he's suspicious of the man's motives concerning the widow Diana. Father has newsman's instincts, though. If he suspects the man, he likely has good reason to.
I'm sure. You reckon he's on his way to see this Diana lady?
Jake, look. It's Mr. Shackelford. He's getting off the bus with the others. We're not even halfway home and only just crossed the Ray Street Bridge. What's he doing here in the afternoon? This is an apartment district.
Business? You said he was a landman.
Business my foot. We have to follow him.
We have to what now?
We have to follow him. I have one of my hunches.
It's raining.
It's always raining in Harborview. In back? Come on. We'll exit from the back of this streetcar and give chase. It'll be fun.
Now it's raining more.
There he is, the varlet, turning the street corner.
Nancy, I don't know about this.
Aren't you the one who wants to be a police officer someday? Are you going to let me run around deepest, darkest inner southeast Harborview without protective escort?
I'm gonna regret this.
That's the right attitude, Officer Chilton. Now come on, before he eludes us. We'll follow Mr. Donovan Shackelford on whatever sordid errand he now finds himself.
Tom, allow me to be certain. You've paid me a call to exchange the latest gossip about the man in my life. As I live and as I breathe, you and Mother are getting to be as bad as those scolds from down Woodbury.
They do have names.
Vipers.
I take it you're no stranger to less than stellar testimonials as to Donovan's character.
Does this have some sort of point?
The point is, Diana, that I have heard enough from reputable sources to suspect that the man has another side to him.
He has a twin?
No, damn it. Donovan Shackelford is a ruthless, ambitious man who came or was brought to Harborview by design.
You make him sound rather like Count Dracula.
I'm afraid that you may be part of Donovan's design.
I do beg your pardon.
I fear that Donovan may be pursuing you as a means of gaining further social prominence through your family's standing in Harborview.
Am I so unlovable?
Unlovable? Diana, no.
I loved my father and my sister Sophie, and they died. I loved Lowell Putnam, and he died. Why take Donovan from me, too?
Because he isn't what he bills himself.
And were you, Tom?
Jake, are you sure it was this apartment house and this spooky alley? It's even ghastlier around back than it is around front.
It was this building. He ducked into the side door and he used a key. He's been here before. He was sure in his movements and knew right where he was headed.
Look at that! I just saw him, passing by a window up there on the second floor. He is on some mystery errand. Father's instincts are dead-eye. They've never disappointed him.
Really? Where do you see him?
Right there. See him? He just went by again. You know, there's a fire escape.
Yep. How do you know I wanted to join the force?
My father told me.
Why?
Because I asked him about the young man who spent most of August washing his truck out the side street.
Give me a few minutes. Keep a watch. And be ready to run.
Be careful, Jake.
I never used you, Diana.
No, you're right. We used each other. Lowell died. You were still in love with your dead wife, still married to her memory, and unable to move forward in good faith with anyone. I quote.
At that time, it was the truth.
What a cad you are, Tom, playing these games with me.
The only games being played are by Donovan with that secretary of his.
Vile! Tom, vile!
Diana, I am trying to be your friend.
You are not my friend. You are my foe. Get out, Tom. Get out of this house.
Fine. I'll go. I'm sorry that I upset you.
God's nightgown. What is this?
You'll have to ask your daughter, Jane. Diana, if you don't get Donovan Shackelford out of your life right away, you are going to regret it for the rest of your life.
Get out. And don't come back.
Child, you're hurting, and I'm sorry to see it. Come here to Mother.
Why do the people we love the most turn out to be the cruelest?
No matter how many times we meet this way, I never cease to marvel at how fabulously dirty it all feels. Well, in striking contrast to those Pembrokes out on Delaney Road. Yeah, I should make a commission off the time wasted with those people. Now, don't look at me that way. Enough business. This time's for us. Hey, that's a new silk robe, isn't it? Oh, baby.
Try my name.
If you insist, Miss Kidwell.
My name, Donovan.
Helen.